Hey guys, how you doing? Today I'm testing the affordable 5G smartphone Honor 400 Smart, and I've been using the Meteor Silver version with 4 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage for the past few days. Now I will show you where this phone really shines and where it falls short. We will talk about the design and the build, display and sound, performance and gaming, battery, software, and of course the camera. So let's go. So let's start with the design. The Honor 400 Smart looks clean and modern, especially in this Meteor Silver version. The back is smooth, the edges are flat, and the bezels are even, except off the bottom, where the chin is noticeably thicker, which stands out right away. The frame is made of plastic instead of metal, which you can feel. It's less premium to the touch, but still feels solid and well built. The front glass offers decent protection, but you can clearly feel the edge of the pre-applied screen protector when swiping along the sides. It just doesn't feel as smooth or edge-free as with more other expensive phones. So if it's like on top of here, on the side, or even down at the bottom. The fingerprint reader is placed on the side inside of the power button, and here's a small issue. Sometimes it doesn't respond instantly, especially if your finger is slightly moist or sweaty. A minor flaw I noticed several times. Weighing around 190 grams, it feels stable and comfortable to hold, though the plastic frame doesn't deliver the same premium hand feel as a metal one. There is no full waterproof certification, only IP54, so be careful around water and dust. Overall, it's a decent design for the price range, but not what you would call high-end. Moving on to the display, and here Honor really delivers. The 6.77-inch AMOLED panel impresses with sharp resolution and vivid colors. In the settings you can adjust the color mode like vivid or original and the color temperature. You can also lower the refresh rate from 120Hz to 60Hz to save some of the battery life. There's also an eye comfort mode, which reduces blue light for evening use, which is a nice touch. The stereo speakers get fairly loud and are great for streaming or YouTube, but there's no 3.5mm headphone jack, so you'll need to use the Bluetooth. The sound quality is decent, but a bit tiny or metallic at higher volumes. Not a deal breaker, but noticeable compared to premium phones. Now overall, the display is clearly one of this phone's biggest strengths, while the sound is just average. Under the hood, the Honor 400 Smart performs well for everyday use. Apps launch quickly, social media and browsing are smooth, and overall responsiveness is solid. But when it comes to gaming, you will see its limits. There's no game turbo mode or any special performance optimizations to keep frame rate steady at higher settings. Games like Genshin Impact run fine on low to medium graphics, but higher settings lead to frame drops and occasional lags. For casual games, online titles with moderate requirements, or older emulated games, it's more than capable, but it's not built for hardcore gaming. Thermals stay reasonable, though after long gaming sessions the device does warm up more noticeably than mid-range chips. For everyday users and casual gamers, the performance is fine, but if you game a lot, you will want something with more power. The battery performance is solid. With moderate use, I could easily get through a full day or even a weekend without worrying about charging. My screen on time average around 8 hours depending on brightness and the refresh rate settings, a strong result for this price range. The device supports 35 watts fast charging, which isn't ultra fast, but still charges the phone fairly quickly. There's no wireless charging, and a small downside is that there's no power adapter in the box, only a cable. Still overall a reliable battery setup that delivers good endurance for daily use. Software-wise, the phone runs on Magic OS 9 based on Android 15. One negative point I immediately noticed is the amount of bloatware, pre-installed apps like TikTok, Timo, and a few games. You will probably want to uninstall these if you prefer a clean setup. Feature-wise, there's not too much to talk about, but the side AI button is worth mentioning. Pressing it opens up the AI assistant, giving you shortcuts for things like screenshots, screen recording, flashlight toggle, performance boost, or quick app access. To be honest, I wouldn't call that AI in the true sense, but that's how Honor markets it. In the camera settings, there is some AI functionality like an AI eraser to remove unwanted objects from photos. You can also tap the screen with your knuckle and draw a circle to capture specific screen areas or make quick screenshots. There's NFC support, but no SD card slot, so the storage is not expandable. Now for the fun part, and that's the camera. For this price point, you'll get a decent range of modes. Portrait mode, pro mode, slow motion and time lapse. The 50 megapixel main camera takes good shots in daylight, Colors look natural, details are okay, especially in still scenes. But once there's motion, like people or pets like my cats, you will notice blurry picture quickly. The shutter isn't particularly fast, and without optical stabilization, movement becomes a problem. Selfies or portraits against bright light tend to be overexposed, while night selfies are weak. Using the screen flash helps a little bit, but you will still get motion blur and noise. The 2x digital zoom works fine in daylight, but is below average at night, with colors losing their richness. Also, there's no ultra wide angle lens, which limits your flexibility. Video recording maxes out at 1080p and 30 fps with decent quality in bright conditions, but visible noise and shaky footage in low light. Compared to other €200 smartphones, the camera is average overall, good for casual photos, not great for night or action shots. If you often shoot in motion or want better night results, a slightly pricier phone with OIS would serve you better. Alright, so let's sum it up. The Honor 400 Smart 5G is a well-rounded budget phone with a great display, solid battery life, and reliable everyday performance. On the downside, the side fingerprint reader can be a bit unreliable, there's too much pre-installed bloatware, average gaming performance, and a camera that struggles in motion and low light. For users who care about display quality, battery endurance, and smooth everyday use, and don't mind uninstalling a few extra apps, this phone offers great value. But if you want stable low light selfies, OIS camera performance, or stronger gaming power, you will need to look one tier higher. And guys, that's already it for today. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And I guess with that being said, I will see you in the next one. Peace.